Just two adjacent girls living in a lovely world. They took a podcast train going anywhere, but kind of specifically through Austin, Texas. Yeah, hook 'em horns.
Adjacent. Very near, next to, or touching. Our tailgate is adjacent to the left field fence. ADJACENT. Adjacent.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome to Adjacent. Today we're going to go back in time and reminisce about our time when we were little kids having Christmas in Austin, Texas. And maybe how it's changed since we were kids, but okay, Shelly, go back in time. You were about 8 years old, maybe 9. What was Christmas Eve, Christmas like for you? Let's hear it all.
Well, growing up, Christmas, because you guys remember, we were a family of 7.
Yes.
There's 5. We have 5 siblings, or 4 siblings. There's 5 of us.
5 kids.
5 kids. And so Christmas was crazy fun. I mean, everything was so exciting. It was,
Yes.
we grew up on the lower side of
7 Troy's Way.
Yeah, well, we grew up in a probably a step above poverty. And, so everything was different and exciting. And, I don't know, it was fun. But it also was so stressful for Mom. And it was,
Oh my God.
it was so stressful. She decorated everything to the 9. I mean,
Yes.
every gift had a beautiful handmade bow.
Yes.
I mean, everything was decorated so beautifully, and it was a crazy time. And you guys, it was also 75 degrees outside, so it was like always hot. And it was like, which always to me, because I've experienced Christmas in the snow a couple times, it just feels different.
Yeah.
And so it's always been like, we had an artificial tree that did not have an empty branch. There was
she had every ornament,
and a lot of those decorations that we made at school.
Yeah.
Had all those.
She would put those in the back of the tree.
She put those in the back because they were they
didn't go with the aesthetics.
They didn't match her vibe. We always did the very early morning wake up. So I'd wrap the gifts. But it wasn't the gifts. I don't ever remember it being like, ooh. I mean, I got a giant Raggedy Ann one year. That's the only gift I remember. Like, that's the only gift that I was like, it was very much stuff we needed.
But we did have some toys, because I remember taking them, like if we got like a jump rope or roller skates.
Yeah.
My first roller skates. I remember taking them to Granny's house over on Shoal Creek.
Yeah.
And I would roller skate around the neighborhood, or I would wear any stitch of clothing, even if it was 70 degrees.
Yeah.
And she gave whatever clothes Dad and Mom gave, but Mom was mainly the gift giver. I would put them all on, wear them to Granny's, and roller skate. I think one year we got a bike, I got a big wheel. I mean, there were some
loads of Barbies,
yes, things like that. But yes, and I remember Mom and Dad would just sit on the couch. They would take forever, right? To go,
like they had coffee. They had a cigarette break.
Yeah. We were just like, I think we would wake up at like 4 a.m, go wake them up, and then just sit there and and wait for them. And then Dad would get his watered down orange juice Do you remember?
Yeah.
I don't know. So Dad loved to stretch a dollar out of necessity with 7 of us, but he would drink the orange juice, and when it got down to about like, even like, he started letting water in it, like after it was like maybe a third down, with the very top, and then he just kept adding water to it. Oh, it was so gross. I can't really drink orange juice to this day.
It was orange juice and the milk.
Oh yeah, he put water in the milk.
Yeah, and I'm guilty. I'm like, I don't want to make another unsweet tea. I'm just gonna keep adding water.
That's how you are with pork.
I know. I love it.
People that put water in it, I'm like, what are you doing? You learned it. Yeah,
I did. It's a family trait. Hilarious.
Yeah, and then we'd all so we'd wake up at like 4 or 5, open our gifts, and like, I don't know if you do this differently, but in our family, it's like one at a time opens their gifts. I think we all just like ripped all that paper off like in seconds, and then some of us would go back to bed, or we'd start playing with our toys, but it would take us what I felt like forever for the sun to come up, and then we'd get dressed and go to Granny's.
Yeah.
And Granny, go ahead.
No, it was such a wonderful time. I remember my favorite part of the holidays was Christmas Eve.
Okay, mine too.
Yeah, Christmas Eve.
I think it was my favorite day of the
year. Yes. It was so joyful. It was so fun. We would go over to our Aunt Dodo's house, which is Will and Trey's mom, and all of the sisters, my mom and her sisters, would all get into their smoking lounge and just laugh and giggle and smoke. It looked like Snoop's house in my own word.
Gosh, it was so much smoke. Our eyes would just like run. Yes, and they would give each other gifts.
Yeah, it was so cute, but just seeing them so happy and connected was so lovely. And then all the husbands, would kind of try to wrangle us and watch sports and watch football.
I would sit in the living room with Uncle Walter, Uncle Donnie, Dad.
Yeah, it was so much fun. It was such a beautiful, all the cousins together running around Rimrock, and it was so much. I don't know what, Jody, it was like the best day of the year. It was so much fun.
And I always thought that it lasted forever because we were having such a good time. And I loved Aunt Dodo's house. It was like a house. She would set up such a spread of sandwich fixings and different appetizers.
Original charcuterie board.
Yes. And then you would have like your soda pop. And she had these special glasses with Santa Claus on them that were long in cylinder.
I have them.
They were like my favorite glasses.
I love them. I love them so much.
And her house was decorated to the nines, and she had this huge lot on Rimrock. The front yard, we'd play football there, or in the backyard we'd go. They always had like a dog in the backyard. And I just thought her house was so dreamy because every room had a little theme to it and a little Christmas tree. And, she just loved to decorate. And it was just a special place. And her bathroom, I thought, was so fascinating because it had it was a Jack and Jill bathroom. It had a shared sink area. And then it had a bathroom on one side with a shower, bathtub, and the bathroom on the other side with a shower, bathtub. I just thought it was the neatest bathroom I'd ever seen. And it always had the best little soaps because you had like the little hand soaps and the little washcloths. And I just loved it so much. And then what I loved is when all of us started having kids and our kids would come to the house. Yeah. They stopped smoking.
Yeah.
And but it just was and we'd get in Dad's bread van, and we'd all drive there and sing Christmas carols all the way up there. And then we'd get into the bread van and drive all the way back.
Yeah. And we'd sing Christmas carols, and he begged us to stop. And I have to say this because this was brought up in the empty nester group, and I think it's important for people to understand. Back in the day, people that, worked, different jobs, they got their Christmas bonus on Christmas Eve. And so that's why all of that shopping was done on Christmas Eve. So after Dad would drop us off, he would take his Christmas bonus and go buy stuff for Christmas Day.
Yeah. He'd get the stuff that was on layaway out.
Yeah, I get the stuff on layaway out. And so that's why that last minute shopping, was so important.
Right.
And everybody's talking about, well, there's nothing left on Christmas Eve. And that just really made me sad for those people that's the day they get their bonus. It's like that, that they don't have the option. But if you wait until the day after Christmas, then everything's on like really good sale. And so that's when I always run into Katie daily.
I love it.
But I just remember, how important that time was.
I remember when Dad got his bonus and he ran and got Mom this big white fluffy what do you call it? A robe and these Longhorn tennis shoes,
which I wish I had, because
oh my gosh. And I just remember when she got that robe, I was like, oh my gosh, that is so luxurious.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. Well, I remember you opening a gift. So on Christmas Eve, our grandmother would give us all our gifts, and she worked at Yarings. And if you local people will remember Yarings. She was a buyer for Yarings, and she would give us all like pajamas, like matching pajamas, and they were, they were like Little House on the Prairie, pajamas, and
like a nightgown,
like an incredible nightgown, and being feral. That was the only pajamas we had.
Yeah,
that was the only pajamas we had for the year. That and then she would give us underwear and bras, like whatever age you were. But I remember you opening some underwear.
I hated that. I was so embarrassed. I shut the box really quick.
And then I tortured you by grabbing them and pulling them out and stuff. It was like, it was a very funny memory. And just the thoughtfulness. How many grandkids did she have that she bought for?
For everybody.
So
it was all of us. So there were 5 of us. Aunt Alice and
10, 11.
Yeah, so she bought something for every grandkid. And then the great grandkids, like Kelly's daughter, like she would buy kind of for the great grandkids. So she had a very tight connection with them.
Yeah. And then did
White Elephant or Gag gifts. Yeah. Do you remember this? So Aunt Dodo really loved her job at House of Hatton. And she would get wrap up little treats in the House of Hatton for House of Hatton. And I remember one year she had this big box. It was wrapped beautifully because Mom and Aunt Dodo loved to wrap gifts and make them gorgeous. That was like, wow, look how gorgeous it looked. It had the best bows. It usually had a little trinket on it. No. And Aunt Dodo kept going up to all of us. You got to get that one. That's the best one. You got to get it. It's so good. You're going to love it. So you're watching everybody, and we would go from youngest to oldest, right? And you get your gag gift. I don't think we exchanged it, though. I think whatever you got, that's what you got. And I would see kids opening up, and they'd get little cars and toys and all of that. And of course, I fell for what Aunt Dodo said. And she said, "Oh, you got to get it. It's the best one." I was like, "Okay, I'm going to get it. I'm so excited. I don't know what's in there." And I open it up and it's a giant rose pillow. It's all like, it's beautiful. I wish I had it to this day. But back then as a kid, I was like, what? A rose pillow? I wanted the jump rope, or I wanted the da-da-da. But I'll never forget. She was so excited when I got it. And she'd look at me like, yep, I got that for you. I got that. But I think she did that with all.
Oh, she did. She was like, everybody, I do it with our kids. Like, when all our kids, I'm like, I got that specifically for you.
Yeah, you're going to want that.
And it's the worst thing ever.
No, I love this pillow. Looking back on it, I really wish I still had it, because it was definitely iconic, And she also had, everybody had them, but these, she collected the ornaments for the year from House of Haddon, or the Santas, and some of them had been broken, and so they would put them back together carefully. And Tim, and I'm sure Trey will, they have still every House of Haddon Santa. Tim has them beautifully displayed. Sandra showed us a video, and they were up on this kind of alcove area above the stairs, and they're all up there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what a collection. I love collection. Shelly and I have some tchotchkes. Shelly has 0 tchotchkes, but I will say, I wish I had all my House of Haddon Santas, but I'm glad Tim does. Maybe give us each one day.
Well, I have probably about 20 of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where are they?
And protected in a box. And they're protected in a box. I know.
Pull at least one of them out.
Well, just put it in the RV. Okay.
Yes, put one of them in the RV.
Yeah. We've traveled a lot during the holidays, you guys. It kind of changed everything.
It does. And you know what? After reading The Holiday Club by Ashley Manley, which we do a beautiful interview with her, go listen to it. This talks all about, how holidays change, and what are we, we put all this energy into it to try to curate a beautiful Christmas. Either it's because we're taking on traditions from our past, we want to keep some of those going, or we want to make this so dreamlike for our kids, because it felt so dreamlike to us when we were growing up.
But it's very dreamy, very dreamy.
Yeah, that
I want to applaud our parents,
yes,
and our aunts and uncles for making the holidays so cherished.
Yes,
and so beautiful, and
yeah. Anyway, I know we're getting emotional here. Well, one thing we didn't really talk about, but on Christmas Day, after we opened all our gifts and got dressed in whatever clothes we had, I remember one year, Shelly, I don't know if you know this, but Dad went and bought you an outfit off of the mannequin.
Yes.
And then I think it was a maroon colored dress skirt. And I also remember one year we all wore black velvet dresses with white shirts, and everybody wore white stockings and patent leather shoes, but I wore boots because I had to be different. And
wait, you're the fashionista.
Oh, I don't. I love those little.
She loves fashion.
But I remember we would go to our granny's house, like we said on Show Creek, and she would make the most delicious Christmas meal. And her mashed potatoes were the best mashed potatoes I have ever had in my entire life, and have not been able to get them since she passed.
You guys, if anybody knows how to make really, really good mashed potatoes,
like Granny made,
we would love to have some.
Yes. She made, I mean, they were so good. So do you remember in her garage, she would set up a table in there. She had
For the
kids for the kids. And then the adults would sit inside. And her house was a very like ranch style house. Very, very simple.
It's still there. It's still
there. I drive by it all the time.
Yeah.
And I go on Skylark, I believe it's on.
Yeah.
Anyway, and but I could not get enough of her mashed potatoes. And I told John, like, you have never duplicated my grandmother's mashed potatoes. I don't know what she put in them. I know it was a pound of salt.
It was a lot of salt. It was a lot of butter. And she used the condensed milk. And that is...
But I don't know what the proportions were.
Exactly. And she whipped them to perfection.
Yes.
There was not a lump. They were...
I don't mind a little lumpy potato, but these were perfect.
They were perfect. And they weren't, like, dense. They
were fluffy.
They were fluffy.
How did she do it?
Surely there's an expert out there, Lauren Weiler, that can duplicate these potatoes for us.
Maybe our cousin Tracy knows.
I don't know.
She must have all the hidden secrets.
I know that for sure our mom wasn't capable of duplicating it.
No.
And I've tried and I am not capable of duplicating it. That is not our energy.
Even our chef husbands haven't been able to figure it out.
Yeah.
There was a secret in there that she never gave to us, but I'm sure somebody in our family knows it.
I know. And they were basic, you guys. They were basic.
No, there wasn't like garlic in them. It was salt and butter and
loads of butter.
But
I do think she used a real mixer.
Yes.
Not
a handheld mixer.
Yeah. To get that whipping.
Yes.
I think that was, but anyway, if anybody wants to teach us, I could talk about these potatoes all day long. They're like one of those core memories.
Yes.
That, it's I would say the closest match to it is like Kim Stockenmore's potato salad.
Oh, I love her potato salad, Brazil. It's so good.
It's so good.
Okay, one thing that we would do before Christmas is we would go to the Trail of Lights. I call it the Trail of Tears. Not to equate the Trail of Lights with the Trail of Tears. It's just it's hard. But when we were growing up, you could drive through the Trail of Lights. And the problem with that, well, the good thing is also it was really small back then. So it wasn't like it is now where you have to find parking and all of that. You just drove through it. You could park and then go spin under the tree. But
yeah.
The problem is if your parents were smokers.
Yeah, you got hot box.
You got hot box during this trip.
That's why the tears happened.
That's why the tears happened.
The nicotine tears. We were like,
and it was really fast. It took maybe at the max, maybe 10 to 15 minutes. It was a very fast. Some of the same decorations that are there are the same ones from forever ago.
Yeah.
And we grew up in the 70s, 80s. So yeah, we definitely saw the trail lights through our car. And then they said, that's not good for the environment. And so now everybody drives down there, parks, and then walks.
Now everybody sits in a line for 2 hours.
Yes.
To park.
Yes.
And that's better for the environment.
But I took my kids to the trail lights as adults and as children. And but one of my favorite things when they got older to go, future, is in November, they start testing the lights in the morning before school would start. And it would be really dark because I would make my kids go really early in the morning to school so I could get all my work started. And I would tell them, oh, the tree of lights are on. Let's go under there and spin real quick. And I counted that as our
that's right. And here's pro tip. We used pro tip, we usually go Christmas our January 1st.
But the Trail of Lights isn't on anymore.
The Trail of Lights is done.
The tree is still on.
The tree is up, and there's like nobody there, and so it's pretty lovely, and you get the good pictures.
And do you remember as a kid going over to the Yule log, the Yule log?
Yeah.
And then it was so hard to breathe around there, but it's just like that smell. You just can't get enough of it.
I love it.
I love it.
I love the all around town, all the great traditions. Up in Burnett, they have a great trail system. I mean, a Trail of Lights. I just noted. We walked through it recently during the day. But Buda has a beautiful one down at their park, and so I love all the different ones. And one of our friends, Bonnie, her street is listed as one of the best decorations in Austin now, and it's right over here in Lantana. And they have like live music some nights in the Cove, and so that's a fun one to go down on Kelsing Cove, and that's where Bonnie lives, and lots of fun. I love all the festivities. It's magical. Jody and I have been talking a lot with the empty nesting and everything, how holidays have changed.
Yes.
And Jody is not a fan of it. She does not like change.
I've had to evolve, and that's okay. Like we've done since Aunt Dodo's passing and our mom's passing and all of that. We do Christmas Eve here, but this year we're changing the menu. So we've always had kind of the same food for Christmas Eve, and you're going to hear it here first because I'm not going to reveal it. We're doing lasagna, chicken spaghetti, and a vegetarian lasagna, and bread and salad, and we're going to make it a lot easier.
I love that. I'm very excited. That's going to make Hayden very happy. We'll take leftovers on that for sure. I love how it's morphing, and I love that we're making it our own and not doing the same thing. But you're gonna have to do your sausage balls for another event. Can you bring those to Casey Reed's?
They're hard to make, but yes, I can.
Yeah, that is. I'm bringing the enchilada tray from Crust.
Well, maybe what I'll do. Ooh, good idea. Maybe what I'll do is make a bunch of them and package them up for people, and that could be their party gift at our house.
That's lovely. I always grab a bunch of those for the road. But no, mix it up. I love the changes, and I love.
I think it's good. I was getting kind of tired of the same old food. I was like, let's try to make it like an Italian style.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll make a little soup to go with it. Hopefully, let's look at the weather. This is the thing that always drives me crazy. The week before the holidays, it's usually nice and chilly, and it's lovely. And you're like, yay, you get into the spirit. You're buying sweaters.
Yeah.
And then Christmas comes, and it's going to be like in the 70s. And I'm like,
no. It's so funny. I mean, I remember a couple of Christmases where it was 90.
Yeah.
It's like,
no. Yeah. I like the colder weather for the holidays because I feel like it's more like Christmas.
It's not. Yeah,
it's okay. Things change, and we have to be adaptable. We have to be flexible. So, and you've taught me that. You've definitely this is not what my kids and I are into. We're gonna do something different. So
yeah.
We both have our Aspen style light up trees, and I stopped putting ornaments on the tree and just put lights.
It's so funny, and I've had a lot of conversations about it. Like, what are you doing and why?
Yeah,
why do you what are you doing for the holidays? But why are you doing it?
Yeah,
and so much of it is tied to tradition. for people that, maybe it's a memory thing. It's like, this is a reminder of Mom and Aunt Dodo and Aunt Carol and Aunt Alice and Uncle Walter and Uncle Don and our dad. And it's, maybe that's why.
And all our cousins.
Yeah, all our cousin Kelly and, just our times together. And so I love it. And please send us pictures. We would love to see pictures of decorations that you do and how you do it. And maybe next year I'll do a better job.
Or not.
Or not. Or not.
Do it your way. That's okay.
It's just making everybody in my situation comfortable. It's Culture was like, I'm gonna decorate the house. I'm so excited for the holidays. And then he just bought this $20 plastic tree. And I was like, okay.
That's perfect.
That's perfect.
A little something.
I do love holiday cards. I love the holiday cards.
Please send Shelly a holiday card.
Yes, I love them so much. And even if you just send them on January 1st, I love those.
Yes.
I have every holiday card that has ever been sent to me. I still have it.
Okay.
Yeah, I love them. That is my hoarding. My hoarding is holiday cards.
That's a lot of cards.
I have to tell you, I publicly announced that I love holiday cards, and one of my friends from South Carolina played a prank on me, knowing who I am. She sent me a picture of a family of 40 people and said, "We are so grateful you are opening your house to us for the holidays. We will be arriving December 15th. And we cannot believe you're letting us all stay with you and, putting us up for all of the holidays. I can't believe your whole family is good with us coming. We are so thankful and we can't wait to see you."
Oh my gosh.
No name on it.
Oh my gosh.
No name on it. Just this picture. I opened it up and I was like, Adrienne.
What did I do?
What? And that is how I function. It's like, oh, but y'all can come with us. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, holy crap. And my whole family got a little anxious because they knew my heart and they knew I would do something like this.
Yeah.
And so they were like, what? These people are coming. And, the date came and went and nothing happened. And I was like, somebody's playing a prank on me. And I thought it was the Weilers because they're pranksters. And I was like, did y'all send this? And they were like, no. And January 10th, one of our friends from South Carolina was like, not one comment. You're not going to say anything about it. You're not going to be like, nothing. You're not going to share this story. And I was like, what the hell? And they were like, yeah, we sent that to you because we
That's
knew.
Hilarious.
I know, it was a great prank. I was like, this is hilarious. They knew. I was like, well, we need to get some air mattresses. I don't know if we're going to put all these people.
Surely don't call before they show up.
Yeah. They don't even know. Well, they did know our address because they sent us a holiday card. It's like, oh my gosh, what? But I was like,
a nightmare.
Yeah, nightmare. Yeah, Hayden was like, I was so worried they were all going to come and stay, and we were going to have a house full, and I was like. It was a great prank.
Gosh,
good job, Susan. You did a great job. Good job, Susan. So fun.
Well, I am hoping that everybody has a lovely holiday, and in whatever capacity that you want to celebrate it, that it is full of peace and love and tranquility, and that your holiday is safe, and that it's magical in the way that you create it. So it doesn't have to be just like your mom did it. It doesn't have to be with high expectations like they have on TV. It can be simply the way that you want it to be.
Okay. I have one more comment. What is the holiday song that reminds you of our family?
Robert O'Kane's
Yes.
Christmas song is
Yes.
the one that Dad got drunk and Mom got drunk at a Christmas party. Although our parents weren't big drinkers, but
No. Somebody got drunk.
yeah, they were drinking champagne punch and homemade eggnog.
Exactly. A funny story about that is during the STAR test, Coulter wrote those lyrics for one of his things and one of his free writing samples or whatever. And the staff was like, the teacher for like,
That's back in the day when they would let us copy the things. Now you're not allowed to.
Yeah.
Anyway, keep going.
They were like, oh my gosh, look at this. Look at the story he wrote. And I was like, you guys, that is not a story. Those are lyrics.
They're like, do you and your husband have some drinking problems?
There's like tampons, I mean,
Some Salem lights.
some Salem lights. I was like, what? Do y'all not know who Robert O'Kane is? I'm sorry.
Or that part where he goes, cousin Susie brought her new boyfriend. He was a Mexican. We all sang Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad. Anyway, I love that song. Thank you, Robert O'Kane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is our family anthem. So I that's it. I gotta lay on that one.
All right. Well, happy holidays, and we will see you in the new year.
Happy holidays. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear
I knew you were gonna do that.
Texas, yeah.
Yeah.